What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Juvy podcast. It is a Saturday for you guys, not for us. But before we get into this episode, please make sure to like this video, leave a comment, hit subscribe, leave your notification bells on, because a lot of you have been doing that recently, and it's really, really cool to find that out.
Go.
Also, on listening platforms, please download the episode, leave a 5-star review, and follow us if you can. It means the world.
Speaking of reviews, can I read out one of my favorite reviews we've ever gotten?
Absolutely.
It made me laugh because usually they're like, usually people leave a review like, hey, this is my favorite podcast. Or like,
Yeah.
This is so good for Gen Z. We love those. But this one had me laughing so hard. So this was sent in by Fisher of Men and Bass. If you guys want to leave reviews, we will review them and talk about them on the show.
Yeah.
The title of the review, first of all, it gave us 5 stars. So shout out you. We love you. Second, the title of the review is called Looks Legit with the sleeping emoji. I'm like, sick. Like, this is going to be a great one. All right, here we go. I'm a fellow Gen Zer, so I know what I'm talking about here. Listen up. Although I have not listened to their podcast, I know right away this is the one. I've been looking for this since Wednesday, so I found it pretty quick. Not only does it have a cool vibe, it also has ... I lost my train of thought. I just got a notification. Hold on, let me look. Of course it's Jeremy. But anyway, I know that this is the one for me. I'm tired. That was too much writing for me, and I'm going to watch Outer Banks. See you later.
Shout out Jeremy. What on earth?
It's so funny, dude, because he's speaking as if what he was thinking. Like, he didn't stop the review. He just told us about
so
Jeremy.
funny.
I was reading this, and I was like, this is so hilarious.
Guys, I just thought of a new segment we could do.
Reviewing reviews.
Reviews of the week.
I like
so all the reviews we get in between episodes, we'll pick some of our favorite ones.
And this
Read
is
them
an
out.
audio exclusive thing. So if you
It is.
listen to Juvy on Spotify, all those places, leave us a review. They'll all come into the same place, and we'll review them.
Yeah.
Leave us some jokes and reviews, but first of all, 5 stars.
5 stars.
That, hands down, Fisher of Men and Bass, you got my number 1 spot.
Yes, that wins.
Who's going to dethrone him?
That's review of the month.
That's the funniest one. And then the most deep-hearted one was
Yeah.
the family in Australia. That was another favorite of mine.
Shout out you. Okay, guys. So as you've seen in the title of this episode, today we're going to be talking about the lies that are ruining Gen Z.
It's true.
It's been really heavy on me recently, thinking about how keeping secrets, telling lies, hiding stuff, hiding your feelings, hiding what's going on in your life has really been affecting people.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing it a lot through TikTok and just through social media, stuff like that, that people have been going through really difficult times but not telling anybody because they feel like nobody cares.
Yeah.
And then resorting to some really, really sad endings.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to talk about that today, and how there is always somebody who you can talk to.
Have
and
you
how you should.
experienced that situation before?
Like holding my feelings back?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I know it's the whole stereotype that guys don't want to talk about their feelings, but it is kind of true that sometimes you feel like you can't really talk about it as a guy.
It's true.
Because you don't know if your friends will make fun of you for having feelings other than happiness.
And
you know what I mean?
If your friends make fun of you for talking about your problems and your feelings, you need different friends because those are bad friends.
Yeah.
And I feel lucky, and me and Josh are in very similar friend groups with the same guys around us. Like, having a group of boys that you can talk about what you're going through, the good and the bad, and just have fun with, that is some of the most solid times you'll ever have.
Yeah.
And some of my favorite memories as a teenager just been like, because, dude, if you have people close enough where you're willing to talk about that stuff, that's like brotherhood. That's what it's about. But it's hard, and I know a lot of people don't have that. Yeah,
it's true. Like, I found this quote when I was doing some research on this topic last night. And I think it was really, really sick quote. I don't know who said it. It was just on a TikTok. Don't let your loyalty keep you in situations that your common sense could have gotten you out of.
Wow. We could break that one down.
Yeah. So it's like, if you're loyal to someone who you know in your head is doing absolutely nothing good for you, your loyalty is keeping them in your life and you in that situation when your common sense is screaming at you to get out.
Dude, that is a really valid one. And the hard part about that is it's like the people that you're loyal to, you're willing to put up with more with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if we just met on the street and you did something to me I didn't like, I probably wouldn't go and talk to you again.
Yeah, literally.
But the fact that we've invested in a relationship and then we do stuff all the time that neither one of us are like, hey, bro, that wasn't cool. We can get over it. So it's a hard flip. It's like when you're in relationship and you have loyalty with someone. Sorry, guys. When you have loyalty with someone, you're willing to put up with more.
Yeah.
And so I think that comes with both sides. It's like, are you vulnerable enough to actually talk about the problems?
Yeah, that's the thing. 'Cause it's like, if you're loyal to someone, you're going to want to talk to them about it before you just ditch them.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like, if that person has never done anything good for you, you're only kind of with them either for clout or for respect or something like that. It's just not worth it. Like,
do you think in your case it would be, if you had a problem that you didn't want to talk about, would it be easier to talk about it with your stranger or a close friend?
it's hard. Sometimes, I mean, there's people in your life that you could be as close to as you could possibly be, but then not that type of friend you'd want to talk deep with.
True.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's different types of friends. And I feel like
Yeah.
sometimes it's easier to talk to a stranger about something hard going on in your life than somebody that is really close to you, just because you've never talked with them in that way.
And it's like one of those things, like when you're around people that don't know you, you might actually be your most genuine self.
Yeah.
Because you don't have anything that they're basing your persona off of.
Yeah.
And I think that's very interesting. And I think it's interesting. Like, you hear a lot of successful people being like, you need to get out of your hometown. Like, everyone knows you. And I think there's some value to that in the way of, like, when you go somewhere else, you in a sense get to restart who you are.
Yeah.
And that might lead to you actually being your most genuine self.
It's true.
Because, sometimes you're around your boys and, like, no matter what, each guy kind of gets stereotyped, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's the athlete, or he's the really smart one, or, he just works a 9 to 5. And it's like, at some point you turn into that guy that you've been stereotyped as. And to, in a sense, break character, you're not going to go out of your way to be vulnerable if you're the tough guy in the group.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's a weird thing.
It is. Yeah.
Especially with teenage boys, and we're not teenage girls, so we can't talk from that side of it, but I'm sure there's a side of that.
100%. And yeah, we say this, and every time we talk about a sensitive topic, we're talking from our own experiences, from stuff that we see to be true, not facts, and just going from what we believe, and also talking from what we believe. I've lived through this, and this is something that I'm not just saying because I feel like other people should listen to it, even though I haven't. Secrets and lies, even if the other person doesn't know about it, are always going to end up hurting them more if they find out and they weren't told in the first place.
Yep.
So, like, if you're hiding something from someone that you know that you shouldn't have done, or you know that they wouldn't like, and you just don't tell them because you hope they won't find out, but then they do, they're going to be so much more hurt that you didn't tell them in the first place than like finding out later on.
And the thing is, dude, and it's like holding in that stuff is so destructive, like self-destructive.
Yeah.
I feel like majority of, like, and this is not for everyone, but I think a lot of the mental health that's going on with our generation is from a lack of having a place to communicate it.
Yeah.
Because imagine if everyone that was struggling with depression and all these things that are so real for our generation had someone in their life that they could openly talk to about this. How much more would that solve?
Seriously.
But it's like, and I don't have the answer to this one, but it's like, okay, if there's a kid listening to this who's struggling with that, he doesn't have a close group of friends, where does he go?
Yeah.
He doesn't have a good family life. It's like,
that's why I think it's so important that this isn't a sponsor, by the way.
Yeah.
I've realized it's starting to sound like a therapy sponsor. But I've seen stuff like BetterHelp or stuff online that's like really trying to help people.
Yeah.
Where you don't have to pay an absurd amount of money to go to a therapist. You can just go online and talk to these people about your issues. I think it's really sick.
I was reading, or I was actually listening to something earlier. It was a Joe Rogan clip. Or no, I'm mixing two different guys. There's this guy named Aman Gahanzi, and I don't really know how to say his last name. Anyways, he like works in social media marketing, very successful, very young. And he was talking about how the most rooted people he knows are in religion. But what he doesn't go on to say is if it's this religion or that religion.
Yeah.
He was just saying that and you guys know that, like, on the show, like, we're faith-based, but we're not going to throw anything onto you guys. But what he was saying is that the most rooted people believe in a higher power.
Yeah.
And he's not like it's this God or that God, but what he's saying is that when people are rooted in something more than just what we have on this earth, they tend to be more grounded.
That makes sense because, like, they're living by a certain code of conduct.
Yeah.
That's like
whether or not we all
with.
agree or think it's right or wrong, when you have something more than what your dad or mom is telling you, then all of a sudden you kind of have this standard of like, okay, it doesn't matter what anyone on earth, whether you believe whatever you believe. It's like it brought up a really good point, and it's interesting about what we're saying here. It's like you might have a situation at home that can't actually be dealt with someone in person, so it's great that we have these online resources.
Yeah.
Would you ever get therapy?
Definitely. I feel like there's so much stuff that even if you think you don't need therapy, I feel like a lot will come out.
Dude, that's me. I don't think I need it, but I know I need it.
As soon as they'd ask you, there'd be one question
dude, it would really,
that hits your brain, and you're like, whoa.
I think this would be my issue, and this is me being pretty vulnerable. I think if I were to get into a position where I was with a therapist, I think my natural instinct would be to debate.
Yeah.
Because I'd feel, and that's probably just like, I don't know, for me, I feel like it'd be hard to go into a room with a so-called stranger. I feel like this is what I would have to do. I would have to test them.
Yeah.
Almost in a way, being like,
well, how are you going to say that you know me better than I know
right,
myself?
I would have to flip the script, and that's probably just like a personal thing. What do you think your biggest roadblock would be if you were to go into a therapy session?
I hate being wrong.
Yeah.
And I hate admitting.
Well, you're not alone in that one.
Yeah, I don't think I'm the only person. I'd hate admitting that there's stuff in my life that like I take trauma from that's my fault. You know what I mean?
How do you? What's like your what trauma blockers do you put in place personally?
I don't even know. It's hard to think about it unless I'm being asked specific questions.
Yeah.
But I feel like, and I don't think I'm alone in this. I feel like when it comes to trauma, you never want to be the one who's at fault.
Yeah.
So I feel like you'll build up walls.
In general.
Yeah, you'll build up walls to be like, oh yeah, like that happened because they did that to me, so I did this, and it's like, oh, so it's not my fault.
But yeah,
I feel like it'd be hard to like admit that I was wrong on certain stuff.
Yeah, I think that would be okay. Being wrong, like obviously, like that is not fun. But I watched this documentary on Netflix, and it's with Jonah Hill. You know Jonah Hill and his therapist, and his name's Phil Stutz, and he's now written books, and they made this documentary together where it's literally just documenting their therapy sessions, and it's on Netflix. It's called Stutz. If you guys are all interested in like human psychology, it is fascinating. And basically, he wrote a book called The 12 Tools, I believe. And I'm a little bit into it. I'm at that like reading block where I can't get past a certain page.
Yeah.
And like I read the page and I'm like, I didn't just read that page.
Yeah.
But I think like if I were to put myself in that situation, imagine how impactful it would be if you did have a therapist that like you could just I would need someone because I'm a strong communicator.
Yeah.
And that's what I do with marketing. That's what I do through podcasting. Like communicating is one of my stronger suits. I would need someone that can go head to head in communication. Yeah. And as far as I push them, they could push back.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's something that I run into is like I like one of my things, and it's growing up with a dad that's a really good communicator. Is like I communicate so strongly, most people just back down.
Yeah.
But like that's actually bad for me. So I would need someone that like is equally headed.
Yeah.
And I could debate them, and they could debate me back, and that would take me to a place where I would be okay taking the second seat. You know what I mean?
And I think you'd probably pretty easily find that in therapists because they're like they have to be that way.
Of course, but it's like one of those things where me thinking I could beat up anyone on the street.
Yeah, literally.
It's one of those things like you put yourself in this pedestal that's not even remotely true.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's I don't know what it is. I think it's human confidence.
Yeah, it's funny because I was thinking about something like this the other day. I was practicing downstairs because we've got like a heavy punching bag downstairs.
Yeah.
And I was practicing and I was like, I feel like I can punch really hard.
You're thoroughly
But then I was
convinced.
like, I'm thoroughly convinced I can punch really hard, but I've got absolutely nothing to compare it to.
Yeah.
I've never been punched. I've never punched someone.
Yeah.
And there's no way I can measure this punch. How am I supposed to know that I'm punching that hard if there's nobody else who's punching with me? You know what I mean? Like, if you're by yourself, you can never measure your strength.
That is a really good point. So you're basically saying unmeasured confidence is pretty much false confidence, but it's what most confidence is built out of.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I guess so.
But you know what's interesting? That's the same thing as fear.
Yeah.
Most fear is uncalculated. It's just what we're thinking and what we're coming up with.
Most of the stuff you're afraid of, you've never faced.
And you will never face
Like,
because the worst outcome never happens.
I'm petrified of being covered by spiders.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get covered by spiders.
I've never thought about it like that. So,
Or like I'm petrified of falling off a building with no parachute. I've never done that. How am I supposed to know I'm afraid of it?
So unmeasured fear and unmeasured confidence are very similar.
Yeah. Because I guess like...
Because they're both out of uncertainty.
Certain people can definitely measure those things. Like if you're a model and you're a successful model,
right, then
your self-confidence is measured because you're getting paid to do so.
Right. That's what I'm saying, like uncertainty. But that's really interesting because I feel like a large majority would agree with when you don't have experience in it, you almost assume you're the best.
Yeah.
And that's probably just human behavior, but that's not good.
Yeah, I mean,
it kind of is good, actually.
Think of every boxer ever who's got in the ring who hasn't fought before. They talk so much crap in the face-off, and they're like, "No, like I'm gonna win. I've never lost."
That's why I think it's important that we have to push our boundaries to where like you need defeat or you're never gonna be humbled.
That's why also I try not to crap talk because I'm like, I could lose so easily right now. Like if I was in a fight, I feel like I'd so be the Alex Wasabi against the
yeah.
KSI type thing, where
You
it's
just-
like he was being so nice, and he's like, "Yeah, you're gonna do great,"
Because so
I'd be afraid that I would lose.
then that's the big difference between unmeasured confidence and confidence with facts to back it up.
Yeah.
That's really good. I haven't really thought about it like that. Which one do you think you have more of?
What, like confidence with facts, or
Unmeasured confidence. And where do you think your confidence comes from?
I think my biggest level of confidence in my whole life is my ability to cook,
Okay.
and it's very measured.
That's measured, yeah.
So I think it'd probably be that.
I think this is interesting because I think to start something you need some type of unmeasured confidence.
Yeah.
Or you can't back it up until you start it.
Yeah.
But I think then the results builds confidence. But it's almost more interesting because anything you start has to kind of be based out of unmeasured confidence. You have nothing to back it up.
Yeah.
I didn't
you
know
need to
that-
believe that you could do it. If
Right.
You want
I
to
didn't know.
start.
I had nothing to back up other than the podcast that social media marketing would work for me. I
Yeah.
could have completely flopped and never signed a client.
Could have
And that came out of unmeasured confidence.
It's because you need that confidence to be able to go to a client and say, "Hey, I'm going to do this for you."
So risk is basically unmeasured confidence.
I guess because if you went to your first client and said, "Hey, I think I can make this amount of progress for you,"
No one wants to hear
nobody would ever pick that up.
that. So people feed off of other people's unmeasured confidence.
Yeah.
You guys,
Wow.
that was a good one. I've really just never thought about it.
I know. This is our own little therapy session.
I think that's so
I
interesting.
hope you guys are learning along with us.
Let us know if you guys want more Josh and I therapy session.
It's a good title. Josh and I do therapy.
I like it. We do therapy with dude. If we brought in a real therapist,
Oh, we're gonna make that happen,
Do you think
guys.
they could
We
do that
need
legally?
to do a live therapy session.
that would be so. If there's any teenage therapists, that would be so fun to do.
Oh my lord, this is fantastic! I am so excited.
All right, let's do it. I feel like
We
we
never thought of that.
I don't know because probably that's not something I would think of to do.
That'd be incredible.
If there are any listening, reach out to us, juvypodcast@gmail.com. We'll make that happen.
Yeah.
And all of our people listening, if you guys want that to happen,
Make it happen,
let's make it happen. On
guys.
a lighter note,
Yeah, we haven't done a snack review in quite some time. This is our first snack review in this studio, right?
yes. And for all of our audio listeners, we're going to try best to describe it. So don't click off the episode because we have more segments after this one.
Yes, we do. We're also. I'm gonna be bringing back jokes with Josh because I know.
All right, now
I
you guys
know
can
it's
click off
your
the episode.
favorite. I know it's your favorite segment. All of you love it. But first, we're gonna do snack.
We do tend to get comments about Josh's jokes. If you're like me, I would just walk out of the studio right now.
I think they're fantastic.
Like, okay,
personally.
do you get uncomfortable when watching shows like Impractical Jokers?
No, it's one of my favorite shows ever.
See, on the other side of the screen, I love it, but I would hate being in that.
Oh,
situation.
that'd be impossible.
Like that one video we filmed with Jared Hathaway.
Oh.
In life tic-tac-toe or whatever.
That was hard.
Or bingo. That was bad. All right, what are we reviewing today? Should we
Today.
start with the bev or snack?
We'll start with snack today.
Okay, Val.
Also, guys, I'm doing no sugar.
Okay.
So finding a snack and a drink was very, very
Oh,
hard.
no, he did like organic or something weird.
No, it's not. We're trying the LeBron James Flamin' Hot Cheddar and Sour Cream Ruffles.
Okay.
They look
okay.
banging.
What kind of pepper is it from?
It's probably cayenne if it's Flamin'
It has
Hot.
that little pepper on the front. I was just hoping your chef knowledge would get us through this.
I think it's cayenne. It's
All right.
probably cayenne.
Are Ruffles in your top 5 chips of choice?
The cheddar and sour cream Ruffles. Bang.
I don't think it's in my top 5, but I'm willing to try this for you.
Okay.
All right, so for all of our audio listeners, I'm just going to repeat it. We got the Ruffles Flamin' Hot Cheddar and Sour Cream signed from LeBron, so we're saving this bag.
Yeah.
This is not a copy of his signature.
No, he signed that. He signed that for us when we left the store.
We are reviewing these chips.
Okay. And now, guys.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, we're going to try
I
it
think let's
first?
just try it. We need a little bit. We need the heat to build up. All right, so you guys know we base it 1 out of 10 on branding, 1 out of 10 on smell, and 1 out of 10 on taste for a combined score of those 3 things. Let's go with the smell.
Or
first.
30.
Yes, it could be 30.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. I'm not getting a ton of spice. For our audio listeners, we are smelling inside
Smells
the bag.
just like the cheddar and sour cream
All
Ruffles.
right, I say we both take one. Oh, should we do branding first?
Yeah, let's do branding. My
All right.
mouth is watering.
Okay,
FYI.
so branding
Good
for our
stuff.
audio listeners, we got a nice picture of LeBron up here. I'm saying top 3 NBA players all time. You guys can argue with me in that in the comments. We got the cheddar, the sour cream. From the front, it's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm giving it. It
stands
drew me-
out.
Here's the thing: if it made me pick it off the shelf, it has to be at least a 7
I'm
because
gonna
it
say
caught my eye.
I'm gonna say 8.5.
Okay, I'm gonna give it
It's a little bit compact for me.
Yeah.
I'm like more the simplistic look, but dude, let's give it a shot.
Okay, well that's gonna be a 16.5. Or it's actually a total of 60.
You have to can't look in the back. Okay, cool. You
Oh.
look in the back. I got half a chip. Here we go. chewing.
Definitely heat.
Really? I didn't get. Oh.
It's coming in my mouth. I don't have it taste yet, but I feel the tingle.
Wow. Okay.
More
here's
heat than
the
I
thing.
would have expected.
Here's the thing. With chips, it's really hard to get both flavors in there.
Yeah.
The spicy and the sour cream. So I'm not going to lie. I'm not getting a ton of sour cream. Wow, that is spicy.
It's spicy.
I would say, like, I don't think I'm going to take another one for right now. Just because we're on a show where we need to talk.
Yeah. Dude, because I really like the cheddar and sour cream, and I'm getting that flavor pretty strong.
And I'm getting the spice.
I'm giving it an 8.
I'm going to ride with you. 8. I am shocked going into this. I was thinking a 5.
Yeah.
Wow, 8. Ruffles.
Guys,
keep killing it.
We're at a 32.5. What do we give smell? We didn't do smell.
Yeah, we did.
Did we rate smell? I didn't rate my smell.
No, we didn't.
I'll give it a 7 smell. It's a good smell.
It smells a little bit like hot Cheetos.
Yeah.
What was your chip growing up? Like, if you could walk in the store and your mom was like, pick something, what was your chip?
Dude, Walker's salt and vinegar. Walker's is the Lay's of
That's an
England.
English thing?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't a salt and vinegar kid growing up because it was a little bit too much flavor
Yeah.
as a 6-year-old. But I think mine was probably like Cheez-Its
Yeah.
or Goldfish.
Oh, I take it back. What
Extra
what was
oldies.
I take it back? No. You only Josiah will know these.
Who's our
What's
audio
the
guy?
flavor? They're in England only. Nah, Monster Munch, bro.
Monster Munch.
Oh, what's the flavor?
Our audio.
Something.
Our
something.
UK listeners are banging their heads on the screen right now.
One of the Monster Munches. You know. You guys know.
Drop a comment. All right, what's the bev of choice today? Let's
Okay.
get Josh's close up for this. bad
Today
boy.
we're doing a review of Prime Energy versus Goat Fuel, which to me very clearly looks like Goat Fuel is ripping off Prime. It's the same can pretty much. And we're going to give them a shot.
Okay. What is
So-
the flavor of both?
So we've got Watermelon Fruit Punch and Tropical Punch.
Okay. Okay.
Do you want to start with Prime? I'll start with Goat.
Let's both do branding. I'll start. Prime for me. Let's just, instead of a 1 out of 10, we're just gonna compare.
Okay.
Prime for me takes the cake when it comes to branding. A very bold Mario here. I love how on the side here you have all this. Again, like I was saying about the chips, I like the simplistic look. I feel like Mike Malak reviewing a burger right now.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna give you the specs. 200 milligrams of caffeine. Now, as a energy drink connoisseur myself, I say this is pretty good. 0 sugar. That takes the cake as well. But where it sets itself apart from Celsius and Red Bull and Monster is we're getting 300 milligrams of electrolytes. Now, I'm not a Logan Paul sucker-upper, but this is pretty good. And it's vegan. Are you
That's
kidding
crazy.
me right now? Drink Prime, killing it. 10 calories. All right, Josh, what do you rate your goat?
I'm currently doing research to see when Goat came out.
See
If
which one was
Prime
first.
copied.
I mean, they're not super close, dude. They're just both skinny can, you know? I mean, you've tried.
Oh, this has been out for 2 years or longer.
Okay. So they better have it nailed down. All right, give us the branding break.
I think the branding is super solid,
Do you think it takes better than Prime?
super minimal. I don't know if I could compare one or the other. I think they're both very
Let's hold
solid.
them side by side for the camera. You guys, who takes the cake on this one? Goat or Prime? We're giving the official review. All right, let's crack them open. I'll do Prime first. Okay, my brother, are you a white girl? You just tap that thing.
I have to.
Dude, I feel like every female does that.
I have to. It's
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay.
Strong fruit
I've
punch
not,
in the
I've
air
not
right
had
now.
This. I've not had this
Me
one.
neither. Bro, that is punch E.
No. This is like sucker punch. I won't lie. I'm gonna smell. If the taste backs it up, I'm gonna give an 8.
Okay, go ahead.
Wait, we need to smell the other ones.
Oh, I'm giving this a 4.
We need to.
I'm not a fan.
I know that. I think the.
That's a fruit drop kick, not a fruit
Oh,
punch.
that is better, dude. That is way better. This smells like sugar. Is there sugar in this?
No, they're both 0 sugar, which blows my mind. They both smell like cotton candy to me, and I'm not a huge fan. I'm giving them both a 4.
We need a solid gulp. Are you ready for this? Here we go. Official Prime versus Goat. Oh wow,
It's very sweet.
dude, I'm not getting this. Literally, the best way to describe it, it is carbonated fruit punch. Wow, I'm going for the second sip.
I'm getting watermelon. Wow, I was not expecting to actually get watermelon from this.
Wow, yeah. We need some water in
Yeah.
between. Wow, that was good. Okay, we're doing
I'm actually
comparing.
impressed by the flavor on this, you know.
That one's good.
It's not bad. You can get the watermelon.
Okay, palate's cleared. Now I'm just getting the spice from before.
Yeah, literally.
All right, let's switch them up.
'Kay.
Oh man, here we go.
I prefer that.
This doesn't taste like fruit punch. It tastes like watermelon.
I know.
I'm surprised that
I
this isn't
prefer the
horrid.
watermelon flavor. I don't love fruit punch, guys, so I'm kind of biased, but
Give me one more.
yeah, I prefer goat fuel.
Guys, I'm riding with Prime.
Really?
I
Okay.
think it's better. That one is weird. It's good. Both of them are actually not bad.
Well,
But when it comes to the spec of the drink, I think Prime wins.
yeah.
Logan Paul, I know you're watching this. I just said your drink is better than Goat. Please send me Prime.
Well, guys,
Oh, what?
we've got two more.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We've got the goat fuel blueberry lemonade and the
Oh.
prime blue raspberry.
Blueberry lemonade sounds nice. All right, I'll start with Goat this time. We're not
Okay.
going to run over the specs of the branding.
Same
It's the
branding.
same
It's
thing.
exact same.
Wow. Blueberry lemonade sounds nice.
Sounds good.
I never heard of Goat before.
Me neither until today.
Do you know who owns it?
Not a clue.
Okay, smell. Oh,
Ooh,
wow.
These smell like jelly babies.
What the heck is a jelly baby? Dude, this smells nice. I've smelled that one before. I've actually
I'm
never
not
had
a
it.
big fan of that smell, you know. I don't love sweet drinks, guys, so
That one smells better.
this wins
Goat
in smell. Goat smells better.
Because you have that lemonade, so it helps
Yeah.
break it up. Audio
Okay.
listeners, bear with us. This is our last review. Oh, wow.
Lord, that's sweet.
Wow. This is good, dude. This is real good.
Really?
Oh, my gosh.
This is average.
This just doesn't taste like an energy drink, which is good. Wow, you're going to love that. I know you're going to love that one.
That one's pretty good. It's not bad.
I need to see Josh's
Okay.
reaction to this.
That's a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah, Goat takes the win for me.
Goat takes it. Guys, so it's 1v1. It's one win for Prime, one win for Goat.
You guys, we're not telling you to go buy this drink, but if you want to try it and review it and let us know, we'd
Yeah.
appreciate that.
We'll take a
big time.
sponsorship from either Prime or Goat, if I'm being honest.
Oh, man. I mean, but branding-wise and social media presence, Prime wins.
Yes. They have absolutely crushed it. Did you see Logan Paul's video that they did in Australia?
Yes.
That was sick.
With the shoey. Would you do a shoey?
No, it's gross. I don't want to get my shoe all wet.
No, someone else's shoe.
I'll do it with somebody else's shoe. If I'd have to put
You
the
want
shoe
their
back
toe
on,
fungus?
I'm just going to hope they don't have fungus.
All right. Let's run the jokes.
Oh, my favorite part.
After that, I need the jokes.
How many minutes are we at?
25. 28.
28. Okay, so we can end with jokes.
Let's do it.
Okay, guys, are you ready? We're going to start off with this one. Sorry. A grasshopper walks into a bar. Bartender goes, "Hey, we have a drink named after you." Grasshopper goes, "You have a drink named Steve?"
Josh, that was so bad. Oh, my God.
Classic.
Wait, is there like an alcoholic beverage called a grasshopper?
Yeah. Alcoholic beverage. Are you 50?
That was so bad. Okay, this
Okay.
next one, I'm going to try to not give any reaction.
Okay. What is the dentist's favorite time? 2:30.
Josh, these are so bad.
That's great. 2:30.
Did you look up worst jokes on the internet?
No, these are just classic.
Oh, no.
Okay, this one actually. This one is a Harry Rotershaw original.
Oh, gosh.
And I thought it
One
was
about
just.
kids with cancer.
It's not.
That's not funny.
It's incredible. I thought it was hysterical. Doesn't really make much sense, but you're gonna love it.
No, I'm not.
There was a man who couldn't stand up. He always sat down. And he owned a factory, one that performed very, very well and made lots of money. You could say it was satisfactory.
I don't get it.
Sat his factory, because he always sat down and it was a satisfactory factory.
That's
So
just not funny.
It's so good.
Nothing about that is good, Josh.
Classic.
I know you died when you heard that.
Yeah, I did. Why couldn't Sorry. Pause. We're going to re-go. Why couldn't Stephen Hawkins sign into his Google account?
I'm not talking on this one.
Because he couldn't pass the I'm not a robot test.
Josh. You did not come up with that.
No.
Who came up with that?
I saw it aside my video.
That is so bad. Oh my gosh, dude.
Okay, and the final one to leave you guys with.
Yeah, I'm leaving after this.
What did Jay-Z call his girlfriend before they got married? fiance. And that has been another episode of the Juvy podcast, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. If you want more jokes with Josh, I'll get some new ones for next week. We'll keep doing this every single week.
And do everything in your power to not have these come back.
There's nothing you could do to stop me, viewers. You will be getting jokes with Josh every week from now on. Thank you so much for watching. We really hope you enjoyed this episode. Leave a like, leave a comment, please subscribe.
Those were the worst jokes I've ever heard.
Leave a 5-star review, and follow us on every platform you can. Follow us on TikTok, follow us on Instagram. We have personal Instagrams as well. You saw them on the screen at the
That's a
beginning of
wrap.
the video.
Never come back.
That's a wrap.